that's the thing to unlock. It's not like, how good's your programming? It's like, how do you make the other person feel in the room?
This episode is being supported by Audiomovers, whose Listen To plugin has been a game changer for us at Tape Notes. Get a month's free trial with the link in the description below. More from me in a bit. Sunshine Baby, as it sounds on the album, but where did it begin? That's the key question here on Tape Notes.
It began somewhere really weird. I don't know if you have the one without my vocal on it, because I don't think I can face that. I don't know. I was trying something out. I was trying out some stuff. This was like one of the earliest versions. I like this one though. This was kind of like all on a Moog.
Moog 1.
A Moog 1.
That Moog's still in it. God, it's like the guitar from...
It's at your house, isn't it? I need to get it.
Spot Dog.
Yeah, it is.
Ding,
yeah, so
ding, ding,
we
ding.
stole the guitars from Spot Dog and put it in 4/4 and then put it over these chords. And actually that Moog 1, I didn't have the right power for it because I forgot it from my house. So Chloe had to spend a lot of time just like taking out this like crazy sound from it.
Oh, you just had like a really high pitch.
It was like
whinge.
I remember that.
The verses I just couldn't get right. And then also there were these string parts actually so we were talking about earlier, that Brian Jonestown Massacre song. It's inspired by both that and also this song, A Walk Across the Rooftops by Blue Nile, where it has these crazy, the intro is just like bass and these really weird strings. So like they were actually the main inspiration for the song. And then we kind of ended up going away from that a bit, didn't we? Do you have the early version of those strings? Maybe the chorus? Oh, this kind of...
Right, so that was the Blue Nile
Yeah,
thing.
that was like the...
Don't know what you mean.
Yeah. That was kind of the... kind of like thing that marches the song along. But you can't really hear it when it's in with everything else, but I think it is driving the song.
Yeah, and you'd done that in MIDI, hadn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Beforehand.
Oh, there we go. And I'd got some strings and I put them through some sort of output thing that gives it that vibrato, that thing. And I often I like writing string parts. And a lot of the time in the studio, like Chloe will go in and she's so amazing at violin. I can just shout any melody at her and she'll play it instantly. So we like build up harmonies that way.
There's the
strings.
Moog. That's the Moog back in.
Yeah.
And I think there was lots of, we were at the studio in Mile End and there was a lot of trying to figure out that Moog part. So it was just Amber sat at the synth for quite a while, just trying a few different voicings of the chords or trying a few different patches on the Moog. Because the Moog's one it's amazing. You can just like flick through loads of presets and they all sound massive.
Yeah.
And so she was just kind of trying to find the feeling.
Yeah.
There's so many different kind of top line melodies that we tried that end up in there at different places.
Mm-hmm.
And then we do the
Oh yeah, the end section.
And Cicely, my best friend, played sax, kind of rhythmy stabs.
And that will have been a melody that Amber will have just played without thinking on the Moog.
Right.
And then I think she plays about 10 of those a minute and you're just like, don't let it go. Just keep that one. Keep it. And then it ends up being such an important part of the song.
It doesn't sound that... There's actually a lot of live instruments in this song.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? You look at it now, I'm just like jogging my memory. The Moog is the only synth on the song. Mm-hmm. Everything else is made from a guitar or a violin or a sax. There's no other instruments. If I play this without the Moog,
In the spirit of collaboration, I want to tell you a bit more about Listen To by Audiomovers. It's the plugin we use for all our remote sessions here at Take Notes. It allows you to stream your audio in real time, directly from your door to anyone, anywhere in the world, and all in pristine quality. And we're not alone. It's being used on projects by some of the biggest names in the industry. Everyone from Taylor Swift to Lil Nas X to Bring Me the Horizon. And we have a special offer for you. 1 month's free trial instead of the usual 2 days. Just visit audiomovers.com and use the promo code TakeNotes1 at checkout to get your free month and see what the fuss is all about. And now, on with the show.
I mean, you can hear that's all real stuff.
And you've got Amber's 3 guitars again.
Yeah.
One on the left, one on the right, one in the middle, all doing slightly different things.
And so, Amber, you're able to sketch your string ideas using the MIDI, and then luckily you know Chloe, who's able to take those
To actually play, yeah.
and play them for you, and play anything else string-wise that if
Yeah.
you're together. But if you're not together, then you can sketch
Yeah,
them out.
it's very handy. I mean, the strings ended up on every single song on the album, I think, just because was so obsessed with Chloe playing in it. It's really, like, it's very lucky that I'm working with a producer who can also play violin, because, like...
It's amazing because when you get stuck, it gives you another really good avenue to go down as well.
Yeah.
Like, we were like, oh, how do we tie these 2 songs together? Oh, Chloe, just do
Get in
a
there.
thing.
Get in there,
And then it
girl.
doesn't have to end up sounding like a violin. I mean,
Yeah.
between us 3 and all of the other amazing musicians on the album, we cover quite a lot of instruments, I
Yeah,
think.
we do.
Yeah, it's really handy.
I really missed those times.
Me too.
It's so fun.
There was this room, and we all came together at the end in the Urchin Studios in Hackney Wick. And then there was this room upstairs, which the walls are made out of glass. So it's just like, we called it the fish tank, because you feel like everyone can see what you're doing. And that was the first time that I think the three of us and came together and started working on things to like finish everything that had been done over the last few years. And it was just a really like fun
It was really
fun time.
Also,
Like,
it was
I've
it
been
felt quick as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
It felt like we were taking risks and like making decisions, and
definitely.
and usually the only thing that gets in the way of that is insecurity. And I think we were all in a good enough spot to just be like, what do you think? Yeah, sweet. Okay, yeah, that's it. Let's go. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like,
Ego vibes.
I feel like I'm personally in a place now where I don't need to fight for my ideas because they're mine. I've seen it in myself and I've seen it in other people, and that's usually what makes a session like not brilliant.
Yeah.
Is people being like, not realizing that they love their own ideas because they're trying to make themselves feel better because
Yeah.
they feel insecure. And that historically is me all over. Like, and whether it's making 75 records or anything we've ever done, I feel like that's the hurdle, is like getting out of your own way.
And for me, that was a wild experience because I've been following these 2 for years, and I've been a huge admirer of both of their work. And I'd got used to working with Amber, and that was no longer scary. It was actually lovely. And then it was like, okay, George is coming. And I was like, George is coming. And then that was the vibe that they both gave to the room, was like, it's a collaboration. We just want to make good stuff.
I think we all have very different energies when we're in the studio, especially when Matty was there as well. Like,
Can't deal with that, can we? No, it's great.
No.
It's also, he provides something that we don't have as well, which, you know, I don't know.
just like,
I don't know, you can describe
I would say,
it.
I can only really describe it like I would say,
It's exciting. It's
excitement.
It's excitement.
and he's like, and like
When
he's
Matty gets it
throwing
right,
ideas at you.
when Matty gets it right and he feels good, he's a very, very exciting person to have in the studio.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's just trying to
It's harnessing the focus.
harness that and capitalize on it when it happens.
And I think the same with me. I think I will get excited about something. That's why I only write like at first like a minute idea, because I'll be like, oh, and I'll have to focus on this bit, and I'll be like so hyper focused on that, and then quickly my interest will go to the next thing, and I'll be like, oh, look, blah, blah, blah. And then I feel like you guys
same. Everything, yeah.
But I think you guys are good at like directing me and being like, no, do the
Well,
verse.
this is the thing. This bit. This is the thing that we're all in agreement.
And helping me
of,
stay excited about and focused on the song that we're working on. Whether that's like you've gone and done something crazy with it, or you've done some crazy production and you bring it in. It is when we go apart, like realistically a few hours. I don't think I've spent any more hours with anyone than you guys.
The hardest thing in making music is maintaining that excitement for 3 years.
Yeah.
Or 6 weeks, or however long it takes you to make a record. It's really, that's the thing to unlock. It's not like, how good's your programming? It's like, how do you make the other person feel in the room?
Yeah.
Very
Definitely.
interesting.